A queer YA slasher novel set at a posh school in Belgium with a high body count? Hell yeah, here's another episode of the book club. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Musson, at Dave Musson on Instagram, and this is a place where normally I talk to you about Stephen King, although in this series I'm here to recommend good books to you. So over the course of this little episode, I will tell you about a book that I think you're going to like. I will give you its synopsis, I'll tell you about its author, I'll give you a spoiler-free review. I will try and align it to a Stephen King book to help you decide if you want to give it a try for yourself, and then I'll sum up with some final thoughts. No ratings out of 5 or anything here because I'm only recommending books I like and books that are good. Okay? Don't forget to check the links in the description to find my range of Stephen King themed band shirts, my own collection of short stories, What Is More Around the Sun, sign up to my newsletter, and while you're here, subscribe to the channel, all of that kind of stuff. And if you're a fan of Stephen King and you've not come onto my channel before, well, hopefully you'll be pleased to see that I've got lots of videos about Stephen King stuff. Now, the book we're here to talk about today, Europea Halls by Alan Shivers, is from another indie horror author, which means I'm going to have to bring out my 3 R's for you. So I want you, after watching this, to go read this book. And if you enjoy it, I want you to go review it on Goodreads and Amazon, and then go on your social media and rave about it. Read, review, rave. That's the new mantra here. That's what you should be doing with your indie authors, and I hope you will enjoy this one enough to go and do all 3 of those things. So I've already mentioned we're talking about Europea Halls by Alan Shivers. It's just at the time of recording won the LGBTQIA category in the Bookstagram Awards 2024, so well done, Alan, on that. But let's get into it, shall we? Here's the book club. Okay, a synopsis of Europea Halls by Alan Shivers. So welcome to Europea Halls. Only a select few have made it into these prestigious dorms in the capital of the EU, Brussels. That's in Belgium, by the way. When 6 best teenage friends get stalked by a serial killer, the campus is on high alert. As the body count piles up, it seems the killer knows a thing or two about slasher movies. Can these girls fight back in time to discover the truth behind the gruesome murders, or will no one live to tell the tale? A YA slasher novel inspired by 90s slasher movies such as Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Urban Legend, with a modern European twist. Who will the final girl be, or have the rules changed this time around? There's your synopsis, and while I'm reading off the screen, a little bit about the author. This was all I could find online, but it does the job. So, Alan Shivers. As someone who grew up in the 90s, Alan Shivers fell in love with the campy MTV-era type of slashers. He mixes these 90s elements with modern European city vibes in his trilogy, Europea Halls. Yes, this is the first of a trilogy. And he is based in Brussels, in Belgium. So there's all your background. Time for my spoiler-free review. So this was a frantic, bloody riot. It started with a bang and it moved throughout. Great pacing. There are some really clever set pieces in this, some very fun and creative kills, and the killer reveal was just perfectly done in that homage to those 90s slashers that I really, really wanted it to be. It was excellent. So there were a couple of things that if I were a mean reviewer, I could pick away at. Quite a lot of this was fairly top level, and I would have gladly taken a bit of a deeper dive into some of the characters. But let's not forget this is a YA novel. I haven't read much YA for a long time, so it's almost certainly intended to be written in the way it is. And as a YA novel, it absolutely works. It is a brilliant tribute to all of those slashers that you know and love. And it does have a fresh twist to it. I did, as I say, really enjoy it. And I'm not going to pick away at stuff for that when there's such minor reasons, and I had such a good time with this book, honestly. A couple of times I mixed up the characters, but that was just on me reading when I was too tired. The cast was really well drawn, the friendship group felt very real, very earned, and the stakes felt very high. You know, something else I really liked as well was the setting. Like, Belgium. Like, I don't think much about Belgium or anything from Belgium other than just marvelling at Yuri Tillemans and Amadou Onana bossing the midfield for Aston Villa. Or at least they are at the time of recording. And sometimes, maybe once a year, I'll have a waffle. But it was just really nice being in a different setting, and I liked that different flavour to it. More stories set in unusual places, or not even unusual places. More stories set in European cities. Let's do it. Okay, so trying to align this to a Stephen King book, similar to what I found with The Axe Remembers recently. King doesn't really have a slasher. So in that video I said, well, we've got Christine and we've got The Raft, the sort of Stephen King slashers. So I'll put them in here because I've promised you a Stephen King comparison. But really, all you need to know is this book's a slasher. Like, if you like slashers, you will have fun with this. Honest. So to sum up, there is very little to fault here. I enjoyed it as a nearly 40-year-old man, and I imagine that teenage me would have absolutely tore through this and lapped it up. As I mentioned earlier, this is the first of a trilogy, and while I haven't got around to the other two yet, you know what? When I'm in the mood for something fast-paced, fun, nasty, stabby, I can quite easily see myself going in to books 2 and 3 of this trilogy and giving them a read, because I really did have fun with book 1. So this one came out in March of 2024. It's available on Kindle and paperback. They say it's now an award-winning book as well, so congratulations on that. Do go and check it out. Thank you so much to Indivisible for giving me a review copy of this way back earlier in the year. And yeah, like I say, if you enjoy this, well, if this sounds like something you would like, read it. If you enjoy it, review it, and then go rave about it. You know what to do. Okay, that's it for another episode of the Book Club done. Do let me know if this one sounds like something you're going to pick up, and if you do give it a go, come back and let me know how you get on, and then of course review it and rave about it on your own spaces too. Tell a friend about it, get them reading it as well. Also, you can check out the links in the description to my range of Stephen King themed band shirts, my own collection of short stories, One is Born Around the Sun. You can sign up to my newsletter, all of those kind of things. You can subscribe to this channel as well. If you're new to the channel and you've just come in through from the book club, there's lots of Stephen King content for you to explore if that sounds like something you might enjoy. But otherwise, thank you for watching this. Keep reading good books, and I will see you for another episode of the book club very soon.